Good morning, pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys could join us today. I got pandas in Atlanta. I got pandas in Canada. I got pandas worldwide. Welcome to the stream. Hey, make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat. Let me say hello to a couple of my pandas here. Jeffrey Apple. Good morning. Welcome back. Bill Gesso from Canada. Canadian. Welcome to the stream. Scott Hubbard. Good morning from Ohio. Aaron Korn. Good morning from LA. Welcome back. John Yonan. Welcome to the stream from California. West Coasters here. So early over there. See, these guys are dedicated. Waking up early, 6 in the morning, something like that, to join us. Trader Jim. Good morning. Thim Chone, fellow panda. He's a new panda. He's a baby panda. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully you get a lot of content. At least $5 worth of content every month from the stream. Calvary Trader, good morning. RGI Teeve, thank you for the support, guys. Phil W, good morning from Toronto. Frank Angelo. Power Trader, good morning, good morning. As you guys are rolling in, sorry I started a little late today. Welcome to the stream as you guys are rolling in. Pandas, I'm already up 1,237. Yesterday? Yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was crazy. I mean, as you guys know, during the stream, I took this L4 setup and I got trapped out. I lost about $1,000 on the stream, but I said it's okay. It's okay. Just stick to the plan. Just stick to the plan. And so that was a 10K chart. And the 10K chart, it's for me. I like trading 10K chart. But the thing is that the risks obviously are larger than the 2K chart because typically the signal bars are bigger. But here we saw a setup. See, that's why I like to have the multiple time frames, because we get to see different setups. Even though we're trading all the exact same instrument, I like to have the multi time frames because it gives us more opportunities. And so, when we have this trap here on the 10K about to break out of this trading range, staying above 20 EMA like that, it's too choppy. It is too choppy to enter that, but I think, in my opinion, that's not a bad trade, right? To break out of the trading range. And that could trip some people up, right? Because some people might have gone short here and lost this trade because top of the trading range, right? We have a trap trade here, but 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars. But if you're able to catch it to get the trap to traders, right? The trap, then I think that's not a bad trade to enter in. More probable for this than this. Obviously, once this fails, right? Then that's more probable. But the way you could trade that is say you traded this, you enter this trade here, and realize you are about to get stopped out. You can reverse your trade here when you realize, man, the trapped, right? And you lost how many points on this one? If you were to enter here, right, you have lost, right, basically the range of this bar, 1 tick below here. And so you have about 1, 2, 3, 4 and a quarter point lost there. The way you can trade this one, right, if you reverse your trades, like, okay, you admit you're wrong and you realize that trap's about to trap, you can actually swing this for, let me see if this makes 2x here. So as you can see here, this is almost the point where it reverses, but you have a 2x of this, right, this bar, right, 2 times the reward. You can swing this and get 2x your reward. When you realize you're wrong, uptrend, about to breakout, trap, and you realize you're wrong, and even though you got like more than $1,000 loss if you took 5 contracts, you can actually do a 2x and then you make up your money plus more. When if you can admit you're wrong and realize quick enough and reverse your trade, you're actually able to profit from this trade, right, when you lose. So that's not a bad trade, but almost about the point where you have 2x of that risk reward. And that's where we get a reversal. Not that we could have known that, but so this is not one that you can trade. This is a 10K tick chart, by the way. If you want to know what time frame I'm in, just look at the top right of your screen. Hey pandas, as you guys are rolling in, make sure you fill out that poll. Also, make sure you scalp that like button. I hope you guys realize that hitting that like button is one of the best things you can do for the stream. The more people that the more people that scalp that like button, the more people, right, get to see this video be propagated, and once they come in and join, then they can add on to the likes, and it's just this kind of perpetual machine, let's say, of likes, and it helps the stream out a lot. So please, if you are enjoying the stream, if you've been coming for a long time, if you've never scalped that like button, today might be the day. And so pandas, as you can see here, this was something I posted on our on the two-legged pullback Discord, and people ask, how do I join the Discord? The Discord is only available for those who purchased the deluxe edition of the two-legged pullback indicator. If you see on the screen, bunch of numbers here. These numbers is basically a indicator, a two-legged pullback indicator, and when it's dark green or dark red, we know it's a two-legged pullback. And if you buy the deluxe version, you get access to a Discord server, lifetime, just one time payment. And in my opinion, you get more than, right, just from the Discord server, more than $200 worth of value in that Discord server, in my opinion. And you can talk to anyone in that Discord, and you can ask what they think. There's a bunch of people on this that come to this channel and watch the stream who are from the Discord, and so you could, if you are, if you're part of Discord and you're also in the stream, you can just, if you want to, let them know what you think. I mean, you don't have to. If you don't think it's good, then it is what it is. But if you think it's good, go ahead and let people know in the chat what you think about the Discord server. I mean, I put on during the off stream, I post my trades. I post trades that are about to happen, and as the setup happened, I posted this saying that once this triggered, I think even before this triggered, I said in Discord, if this two-legged pullback fails here, I'm looking to go short, and I'm looking to go short to the bottom of the channel. The bottom of the channel being right here. And if you can see here, we have a type of spike in channel right here. And I said, if this reverses, right, if this fails, I'm going to have my target at the bottom of the channel here. Get rid of this guy. Bottom of the channel, which is right here. What do I mean by that? And why did I search that? Why was that my target? Well, it's because, right, we have a classic spike in channel pattern. Spike, which is a breakout, right, strong move up, and then the spike, right, the breakout starts to sputter out and lose momentum, and that naturally turns into a channel, right, in the same direction, but spike and then channel goes in the same direction, but at a lesser, right, intensity, lesser degree. But it's like sputtering out, right? You got strong, super strong bulls, and people still piling in. Now it's starting to get a little choppy here, piling in. So you can say that this breakout is over once we start to get these overlapping bars. And then once the channel broke, we can see that we have this reversal pattern here. And typically what happens after the spike in channel, right? If the channel breaks in the spike in channel, the target is the bottom of the channel. And the reason being is because that's an important spot for traders. It's a spot where the people from the breakout essentially either come out of their trade, or people start to enter in, and that's why we get this consolidation. So that's a natural spot for traders to come back to. And so when I saw that, I said, okay, we're gonna come back and probably hit the bottom of the channel, right, which is right here. Right? The trading range indicator actually gives it to us right here perfectly. And so I had a swing trade from up here to all the way down here, and look at exactly where it hits. You know, you can't write that any better. It actually touches, and this happens at like 4:14 Eastern time, and it hits it perfectly and bounces off of it. And so I had, held my trade all the way here and was able to make a nice $2,500 trade off that swing. And so even though I did lose on this trade here, right, for $1,000, right, there are plenty of setups, pandas, that you can make up that money. Right? You can make up all that money. And with just one swing, I was able to make up all that money plus more. And so that was the 10K chart, and that's why I like to have the 10K chart, because sometimes like that opportunity was not there on the 2K chart. If you look at around the same spot, it's actually kind of funny because it actually does have a trap very similar to that in the 2K chart. And so I believe this trap here is pretty much around the same spot as that trap on the 10K chart. So you could have entered this trap here and swung it as well, and that could have been your trade for the entire day. Swinging that trade here. You cannot have a runner here because once it triggers, your runner would have been, one tick below your entry. I mean, this actually taps your entry here anyway, so your runner would have been stopped out on this wick here, which is unfortunate, right? That's why if you're going to swing that, you have to keep your stop loss where it is until you really feel like there's enough swings down. Like if it's basically, if it created this consolidation, then I would have waited this consolidation to be over then before I move my stop loss to break even +1. Hope that makes sense, pandas. And we're getting close to market open. I'm going to end the poll here. 43% of you guys think it's a bear trend today. Let's go, baby. And so the reason why I'm up 1,237, I had this swing trade and I just set it and forget it. I traded 2 contracts here. And I realized my first mistake was on that L4, I traded too large. I traded, right, the risk was kind of big. And I think I just traded too large with my 5 contracts. But as you can see here, right, we have a 2-legged pullback. First thing first, we have a big move up like this. And after the L4 setup, you see a big reversal. And how do I know this is a downtrend now? Well, because once this L4 happens, what should have happened is this. A, B, C bounce off the 20 MA. That should have happened if we're going to continue our uptrend. But rather what happens is you have this A, B, C pattern that breaks below the previous low. And so now we're thinking, okay, downtrend, right? Something's wrong here. And this L4 is acting as a reversal now. And now we have a 2-legged pullback after that L4. A, B, C. Good signal bar. And the way I did this was a 2-to-1 risk ratio. And so if you see this tool here, you can use this tool if you this tool is called the risk reward tool. And what it does is if you place it in the right spot, right? So I put it here. I can erase it, I can do it again. But basically your risk, if you're to enter this 2-legged pullback, your risk is 1 tick below here and 1 tick above here. So my risk goes right here, right? If you put it there, right here, it gives you the 2x mark from that risk reward. And so right here is my risk reward. And so that's why I took that trade, basically, with 2 contracts. So that's a 2-legged pullback, and this is on the 2K chart. And if you can see here, I had a trade set up, and I actually had a trade here. I actually skunked it, and then I re-entered it. I was like, I didn't like the look of it, but I had re-entered, and actually I got more than 2x my reward. Came all the way down here. That's interesting. I don't know why. I thought I had my... Did I do that wrong? Oh yeah, okay, I did that wrong. I entered here, and then... Oh, you know what happened? I actually came in with a retracement. Yeah, so that's why I got a little bit more. But there's my 2x reward. You can see my markers here with these little arrows. And so I took that trade overnight. I mean, obviously I wasn't up at 3 a.m. I just set it, and I was like, okay, I'm willing to lose, right, this $500 risk here in order to gain this 1,237. And so that's the trade I took overnight. And now let's go to the pre-market analysis, pandas. We're gonna open in 3 minutes. Pandas, as you guys are joining. Someone told me to reload my historical. Reloaded my historical, I'm not sure. The risk reward is just right click and go to drawing tools, and you should be able to find it. As you guys are rolling in, as my chart is reloading, welcome to my stream, pandas. I'm Bye Bye Money. On this channel, we trade only one single instrument, the biggest, baddest, most liquidable market in the universe, the E-mini futures. On this stream, we trade only one single setup, the 2-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this: 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. In the right context, this pattern gives us greater than 90% probability to make us a point. And so, what we try to do is find this setup in key areas such as moving averages, support resistance levels, channels, trend lines, and if I bring this over here to the chart, you can see we have a 2-legged pullback, A, B, C. I say A, B, C patterns. You know, we can also call it first pullback, first entry, second pullback, and we enter here on the second entry after the 2-legged pullback is done. It's because the market loves to move in twos, and once it makes its 2 moves, then that means that move is done, and typically likes to reverse and make a 2-legged move the other way. And so we have to find these in key areas. And so on this stream, we're going to find the best setups possible for this setup in the right context. If you'd like more information about this setup, go ahead and check out the description below. There are playlists going into details of this setup, how to count legs, how to identify second entries, how to identify traps. We discuss all those things in this channel. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say a trap, fail second entry short, fail second entry long, please check out those videos and you can be able to follow along here on our setups here that we're trying to find. Also, we trade pure price action. So everything on the chart helps us with price action. 20 EMA, 240 SMA. I don't have any momentum indicators. I don't have stochastics. I don't have anything like that. Everything I do, I read bar by bar. And also a trading range indicator, as you can see here. Automatically marks the trading ranges with this red line, this green line. That automatically happens with price action. And also the two-legged pullback indicator that automatically counts all legs for us. Identify second entries with dark red, dark green numbers, right? Dark green, dark red, dark red. These dark green, dark red numbers are all second entries. So if you take the dark red numbers near the top of the trading range, the dark green numbers on the bottom of the trading range, you can see that you're able to make a point on any of those. If you'd like more information about any of the indicators here, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. And quick announcement, just reminder, there is a free floating tick counter, right? There is a link in the description below. That's a free gift for you guys. And that puts the tick counter right next to the price action, so you don't have to look anywhere else other than the actual chart. And other than that, that's it for introduction, pandas. Hey, let's find those two-legged pullbacks. Let's scalp the E-mini. Let's get that bamboo. Let's get our bamboo today, pandas. Let's go, baby. Let's find those easy peasies, easy monies. Let's find those. We do have breakup trend now, pandas. And I'll say this is first legitimate breakup trend. But typically you'll look for a new low here after a strong breakup trend like this. The reason why I think this is breakup trend is because if we go to 10K chart, easy to see, right, that this was just one move down. Two-legged pullback here. Breaking above the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. Very strong move up. Going straight to the top of the trading range, pandas. Let's see if we get a reaction off the top of the trading range here. The way I would trade this is a trap to the downside, or maybe a lower high setup if I'm feeling like this trading range is going to hold. I feel like it might, but this is a strong bull trend, right? We do not want to short against this, even in a trading range. Be very careful. We actually want this trend to break first before going short. I suspected that today we might bounce off. We might have a bear trend, mainly because on the daily we hit the 20 EMA. And when people saw this really big green bar here, typically if I saw this like on a 5-minute chart, my thinking is, right, you got to be quick to change your premise. Either first entry and just continues the downtrend, or it can create a two-legged pullback that's going to actually break above this reversal and then start to do stuff like this. It might, depending on, right, just depending on the market, I'm not sure, either it's going to first entry kind of go down, or break above here and make, right, continue downtrend after it breaks above here. Or maybe you could do something else, it just depends what happens. We can see something like this, right, a lower high second entry as well. But I wouldn't basically say this is a downtrend unless we break this, unless we make a new all-time high. We're in a downtrend, in my opinion. It might seem obvious, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm looking for short setups anywhere along the way. We do have a trap trade here. We still have not touched the top of the trading range, so that's why you wait till the trading range actually gets touched. According to the trading range indicator, this is the top of the trading range here. According to price action, using price action, touches the top of the trading range, breaks above it. Let's see if we get a failed breakout. to get a failed breakout. This is where I actually had my target filled from the 2x mark here. Let's see if that acts as some sort of resistance. Nope. Strong push up. This is why you do not go short there. You do not go short against this at all, pandas. You know what we're waiting for now is maybe, if you want to be aggressive, you can do like a lower high setup, but it has to be below. It has to break this trend. Like, I'm not looking to go short unless this trend line is broken. This channel's broken. It's just way too strong. Look at this. Way too strong. Again, if you look at the 5-minute chart, first 5-minute candle of the day, look at this. Like, do you want to trade against that, right? If you see a 5-minute candle that looks like this, you're thinking always in long, you're thinking strong bull trend day today. And so that could possibly be it, but I'm looking for a reversal here, pandas. I'm looking for opening reversal, but this can have another push up. Most likely what's going to happen, right, when you have this kind of strong bull bar, follow through will happen, in my opinion. Follow through will happen. So you do not want to go short in any other time frame. 10K, right? Doesn't matter. 2K, you just don't want to go short at all. Super strong bull trend ending, bull bar ending near its high. It's absolutely incredible on the 5-minute. You do not want to trade against that. You're thinking actually that could create the pace for the rest of the day. It might be a bull day today, but pandas, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm going to sit in my pause. I'm going to let price action tell me more and more. But you always have to look out for the opening reversal that happens within 30 minutes of the market open. What happens to the 30 to 40 minutes, it can happen opening reversal. So we can have one strong push up and the rest of the day it can push down. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have a push down from here. Pandas. Hey, if you guys are just joining, make sure you scalp that like button. I'm glad that you guys can join us. You do not want to go short against this unless this trend line's broken. Then we could potentially look for some shorts here, but we do have the trading range. Very, very obvious trading range here. A strong bull bar on the 5-minute makes me not want to go short until this trend line's broken. That's the only way I can go short. First, this trend line has to break. Cannot go short until that happens. Right, we need some signs that the trend is reversing before going short. Otherwise, we'll be going short right into a full-blown breakout. Very interesting here. We do have an L4 setup, pandas. I got burned on the last L4 on the 10K, but we have an L4 setup here. Right, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up with that 4 here. Easy to tell with the indicator, but the 4 with this gold box is showing us that this is not only a 4th push up, but the 4th push up is a trap, showing us we have 4 strong pushes up. Typically it exhausts after 4 pushes, so we like to scalp out after the 4th push. According to price action, that's an Al Brooks setup here. L4 failure, that's what he'll call it. But this trend is so strong. I'm not looking to go short here. Right, we're still just way too strong. Still in the bull breakout. Right, you do not go short in a bull breakout. It does trigger, right? The L4 triggers and it reverses immediately. That's why you skip that. The 240 SMA is approaching on the 5-minute chart. That can act as resistance. Look at the 5-minute, right? All eyes on the 5-minute right now. It's just super strong. Like, bulls just buy it right here, and they know there's gonna be follow through. Right, the high probability chance, but look at huge risk. If you're gonna take this, you have to have your risk down here, or it's big risk typically if you're gonna take that trade. But almost tapped the 240 SMA on the 5-minute. We're just looking at this chart, nothing to do here, just watching the price action chart, just trying to read bar by bar. Someone asks, how much of a delay is there from the real life data? Yeah, it's about 20 seconds, and there's nothing I can do about that. It's just how it is. But the thing is, the chat is live. So if I sometimes I'll throw some things in the chat when something's about to approach, so you guys can get the live update for that. Getting some consolidation here. We know the breakout is starting to weaken. Now that we broke the trend, right? We broke this channel with that first break of trend. We're looking for a new high now, pandas. First break of trend, looking for a new high here. And I think that new high is going to tap the 240 SMA on the 5 minute. And then what's going to happen is we have to wait for tons of price action to happen for us to enter short. We have a lower high setup here with its 2. As you guys can see, there's a 2 here showing us as a lower high setup. But it could be simply setting up for a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Maybe interested in a two-legged pullback to go long here. But we shall see. Let's see if we get the setup. I'm not sure if it'll even happen. It needs to trigger by hitting the going below the previous candle's low. That's the only way it'll be a two-legged pullback. And it looks like it's about to reset the count. Now it changes to a 1 because the count reset because we broke the previous pivot high. Shooting up again, making that new high. 240 SMA just touched on the 5 minute. Huge move down, huge move back up to the 240 SMA. The 240 SMA is simply the 20 SMA on the 1 hour chart. So that's why I have it on my chart on the 5 minute. Greg Martin. Hey, let me say good morning to a couple more of my pandas here. Especially if you're a panda, I'm going to say good morning to you. So if you have a green name, I'm going to go through the chat. Icky from Chicago, good morning. Scott Hubbard. Scott Hubbard, give me a good review on that SW Blaze. Steve Y, good morning. Kelly Ann, good morning. Welcome back. Alex Gladic, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the stream, pandas. Chris Stubbs, good morning. Chris Stubbs asks, did you reload historical data? I did. My historical data is reloaded, so maybe yours needs to be reloaded. Not sure. Is this still different? I did reload the historical chart, so I'm not sure what will cause that. Hey, Greg Martin says, third day live trading, made my 2 wins, heading to the weekend, happy now. Man, I'm looking forward for my emotions to calm down when trading real money. Yes, yes indeed, and that will happen over time. Right, you'll come to a point where you're just a robot, and if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win, and it's kind of sad because when you win, you're not as happy, but when you lose, you're not as emotional either. But that's the goal actually. You want to get to that point, just because you know your system so well, you're just mechanical about it. And that's the thing about trading. It's like it's only when you don't like it. It's probably when you start getting good, which is unfortunate. I reloaded my historical charts during the stream, so 2000 tick, yes it is. I have it on every chart. Because the market is so balanced, if it's good on one chart, it's going to be good on all the charts. Because the market is so balanced. And that's the power of having such a liquidable market, so many traders, so much volume. It's because you get extreme balance in all your charts. We do have a lower high setup here, pandas. But still hesitant to go short. I mean, we don't have any two-legged pullbacks, right? As you can see down here, right? None of these are dark green numbers. And so we don't have a dark green number until we get 2 pullbacks down. And this may give us a second pullback, but that's also a lower high setup. But not interested in that, not in that trade. The breakout is too strong for me to go short here. I mean, look at the 10K chart. 10K chart is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bull bars in a row. Right, once you get 7 or 8 bull bars and you're looking for a reversal, But man, it's almost 7 to 8 bull bars. Robert asks, why didn't you ride the wave up? You can ride the wave up. According to Al Brooks, you can actually, right, once you get 1, 2, 3 pushes up here, breaking above the 20 MA, that alone could be enough for people to start scalping here and maybe swing trading here, looking to go long here until, right, said otherwise, right, until we have a reason to go short. And so you can go long after 3 pushes up above the 20 MA, breaking through it like that. You can do that, but on this stream, we trade only one single setup to keep things as simple as possible, the two-legged pullback. And so why didn't I ride this up? Well, because there were no two-legged pullbacks in this entire trend up. There was no two-legged pullbacks. And so I sat on my pause. I'm waiting for my setup. I'm waiting for the market to come to me, and I'm not chasing it. The 5-minute acting as a type of resistance now. We are coming back to the 20 EMA. We do have break of trend here, right? New high, and so I'm not looking to go long here. I'm actually looking for a trap trade to the downside. And let's see if we get a trap trade. If we get a trap trade here, I'm going to look to go short. But let's see if the market gives us a failed second entry long. The reason why, because we have break of trend here, new high. And so I'm not looking actually to go long here. I'm actually looking to go short if we can get a break of trend here. Sorry, if we can get a failed second entry long. Failed second entry long, basically A, B, C, and it goes less than a point, and it reverses. Let's see if this goes less than a point. Let's see if it even gets it. But I'm going to be waiting here underneath this. Especially strong bear bars like this. Let's see if we get a failed second entry long here. If the market is generous enough to give it to us. On the 5-minute, we do have a second entry short off the 240 SMA about to happen. It might have some confluence here with this trap if we get a trap here. Nope. No trap. We make it the trap still. Waiting for a second entry long to fail, and I'm going to reverse it if I can get it. Still pushing down. Looking for a failed second entry long here. Right now we're below the 20 MA, which is even juicier. Zooming in so you guys can see what's happening here. Right, break of trend, new high, and now, right, especially off the resistance off the 5-minute. Off the 240 SMA, which is a 1 hour 20 SMA, we're finding a potential reversal setup here. I'm gonna be waiting. Everyone says our charts are different, but I already reloaded my historical charts, so I'm not sure why it's different. I have a setup here coming up soon, and so after this setup, if it fails, I will go ahead and reload my historical. But I want to see this setup first. If you go too far below, then I'm not looking for a trap trade. I think the move is already done. Look at that. Market is vicious, not even giving us our entry here. Absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, no trap trade here. Way below the 20 EMA now. Opening reversal, possibly pandas. So when you have a 5-minute chart that looks like this, super strong bull bar, and then no follow through, right? Huge reaction to the downside, especially if we break below the 50% mark. Quick way to find the 50% mark. If you go like this, you can see a line. You can see this midpoint right here is just the 50% mark right here. If we go below that, then this uptrend is over, and we could possibly have reversal the rest of the day, which I wouldn't be surprised if we do. Unfortunately, no setups, pandas. Right, the market is vicious. Now what we're looking for is actually just a two-legged pullback. We're not really looking for a trap now. We're just looking for a two-legged pullback at the 20 EMA, thinking this downtrend is has commenced. Opening reversal, like I mentioned, within the first 30 minutes of the opening, we can have an opening reversal, and that's what we're getting here, pandas. Right, especially super strong bull bear bar on the 5-minute. right? If this bear bar looks something like this, we're hitting the 50% mark, we're breaking below it, right? If we see a strong bear bar like this after a strong bull bar in the opening, you're looking for an opening reversal and perhaps downtrend day rest of the day. We're gonna look for a two-legged pullback here, pandas. Like, I think the move is already done for the trap. Not sure if this goes up and traps here. I would like to get into the second entry. Some aggressive traders will take this trap here. The only way I could trade this if I do 2 contracts and if I scale in, that's the only way I can take this trap in my opinion. Because how far we are from the 20 MA, I have to scale in if we do come back to the 20 MA. Alright, it's gone, no trap, which is good for me. Right, I don't have to even think about that. Looking for a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA now. I'm thinking we're breaking below this low here. We're looking for a new low here, in my opinion. 10K chart, simple breakup trend, looking for a new low now, right? We broke this trend, and typically what we have to do is wait for the new low, and that's what I'm waiting for on the 10K chart. So on the 2K chart, we're gonna break these lows, in my opinion. But to get there, right, we're in a downtrend, and so that's why I'm looking to go short anywhere here if I can get it. If I can get a two-legged pullback to the downside, I'm interested. Russell H asks, how'd it go with Thomas Wade? Are you guys doing a live trade session together? Marcus Gross, being a member for 2 months. Appreciate your support. No second entries here, pandas. It's just reversing. Now it's difficult. I can't even trade that. No second entries here, pandas. Just waiting now. Sitting on our pause. Don't have much here. Just waiting. So I contacted Thomas Wade. I contacted him, and I'm excited. I'm pumped. I want this to happen. You know, I think it'll be beneficial for both of us. I think it'd be beneficial for our community if we were able to do a session together. And I threw a bid out. You know, I asked him. You know, I gave him a couple ideas. And just waiting for him to respond, but you know, he says he's very busy, so just being patient and just waiting for him when he has time to get back to me. But Thomas Wade, give him a follow if you don't already. We trade slightly different in terms of our cash management. He usually goes for 8 ticks or 2 points, making it closer to a 1-to-1 risk ratio, and because of that. Right, his probabilities are lower, but it kind of balances out because if your risk reward is better, then you know you can get more money for your wins. Less wins, but Brandon Jones, member for 2 months. Appreciate the support here. By the way, pandas, we're looking for a new high now, right? This could have been a false breakup trend. This could have been the real breakup trend here. I'm gonna adjust my trend line because of that. So we do have finally a true breakup trend, and you know this is what I typically count as a breakup trend, moving average gap created, looking for a new high, first breakup trend, looking new high, and then we can go short. I thought right, with that reversal on the 5-minute, but hey, every bar we get new information. When this bear bar is matched with a big bull bar like this, then you know this kind of makes it more 50-50. We don't know what's going to happen here. Very hard to tell. And so, you know, and people, for some reason, people don't like my risk reward, which is very funny because my risk reward is exactly what Mac uses. 1 tick above the signal bar. Sometimes I'll go to 4 points, depending on the setup. And if I already had planned, right, pre-planned to enter a trade, knowing I'm going to scale in, I will move my stop loss and do a scale in trade. And that's only pre-planned. You know, sometimes I plan that, say, here I'm willing to go and scale in because I think we're in this downtrend and I want to scale in on this downtrend or uptrend because even though this one doesn't work out, with the next one it could be a good trade, a very high probable trade. Or if you're in a trading range, right, you're near the top of the trading range and I went short, but it does one more push up, I might consider, okay, I might want to go in with a scaling trade. And so you see me move my stop loss, but my stop loss movement isn't infinite. It's planned, and I move my stop loss according to the price action. So which is just strange to me. I mean, this world, it doesn't make much sense to me. Especially the YouTube community, right? There's just crazy people out there. Just you just have to expect things to not make sense all the time. And so sometimes I'm just a little confused about those things. But it is what it is, pandas, and I just keep doing what I'm doing. Richard Belmont. I'm not sure how. Maybe people who don't have the same chart as me, maybe your stream is very lagged, right? Very delayed. You might have gotten my. There was a time where I did reload my historical charts, but that was a while ago. So I'm not sure how far back you guys are, but yeah. Just waiting here for our setup, pandas. This is an interesting situation. You're thinking new high, right? Breaker trend, new high. And so even if this triggers here, you could get a possible trap to the downside like this. Could happen. But you gotta skip it because we're above the 20 MA. Even though you think maybe this uptrend is over, you gotta wait for the new high here, in my opinion. Because you're above the 20 MA now. Strong bull bar. We're ending on its high. You're thinking new high now. Even if this traps, you gotta sit on your pause. Tim Chon asks, how do I set up my chart so that I can see 10 squares ahead? I'm not certain what the question is asking. Like, are you asking like how can you move your charts left and right? Is that what you're asking? I just click on the chart and drag it. I'm not sure what your problem is. If you guys want to know, Michael Black asks, I trade on a 2000 tick chart. Is that what you're on? If you want to know what time frame I'm on, look in the top right of your screen. It shows you what time frame I am on. Yeah, Tim Chong, can you click on your chart and drag it left and right? Like, I'm guessing his looks like this. But if you just click the chart and drag it, you can move. Yeah. Yeah. Some people say you can do a right side margin. Yeah. If you right click properties, right side margin, you can set it to a certain amount of I believe, is it like ticks, or I'm not sure what they use for the left and right, but the margins you can set it up to be whatever you want. Right now, I think my margins are at like 50 or something like that. It's just enough to see the signal. Looking for that new high now. Oh yeah, there's a point where looking for that new high being made. So now confusion, in my opinion. 5 minute strong pair bar. You don't see a bear bar like this typically on a strong bull trend, but no follow through on that bear bar. And we're coming up now to yesterday's close. Just touched it on the 5 minute chart. 10K chart is above the 20 MA and finding some nice room above it. I'm looking for a new low here, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get it, pandas. It could just be an uptrend. Right, new high created, right? Break a trend, new high. Strong push up on the 5 minute. I could have been wrong about that opening reversal. In my opinion, it's a little late for the opening reversal, but we'll see what happens. Kellyanne says there's another bigger channel. I'm not sure. It must be a very big channel if it were. Strong bull bar on the 5 minute chart, looking for follow through. Not looking to short this in any way unless we get a trap on the 20 MA to the downside. That's my only trade right now, looking at this. Right, spike. You're thinking a spiking channel now. But this is a strong move up, another push up. Very interesting. And this looks crazy, right? But basically, right, on the 10K, we have made our two-legged move already. It's just A, B, C, two pushes up. And so on the 10K chart, you're thinking that this move is done once this two-legged move is done. But I mean, look at the chart. I mean, if we break this high, we're not looking to go a new low, right? If we break this high, we're just an uptrend straight up. We're approaching yesterday's high, very close to it. Not looking to go short at all. Very dangerous to go short if you were to go short here, but it is a two-legged move, pandas. A, B, C, two-legged move. It makes a point for you, for those who had the cojones to enter that one. We have an overshoot of this this channel, overshoot, thinking overshoot to the other side. Small overshoot. But if you look at the 10K chart, strong bull bar ending on its high, you're thinking follow through, right? Doji bar slightly bullish, you're thinking some follow through here. You're thinking it's still going to go up. You do not want to go short against that kind of bar. Strong bull bar on the 5 minute as well. You do not want to go short against this, pandas. Unless we get a clear reversal pattern, we're not looking to go short. Let's just say that. Pandas, hey, make sure you guys scalp that like button, and if you guys are just rolling in on Bye Money, welcome to my channel. We trade only one single instrument here, the E-mini futures, biggest, baddest, most liquidable market in the world. We trade only one setup, the two-legged pullback. A, B, C. This is the pattern we're looking for, simple zigzag pattern. But with this simple pattern, we're able to make more than, I'm already up 1,237 using this pattern. But with this pattern, we can scalp out on the E-mini with greater than 90% probability in the right context. Setup that looks like this, two pushes down or two pushes up, I say ABC pattern. We can call it first pullback, first entry, second pullback. And after the market makes two moves, the market loves to move in twos, and so once it makes its two moves, we like to enter into the opposite side, thinking that move is done. If you want more details about the setup, go ahead and look at the description below. Also on my screen, I have an indicator, a two-legged pullback indicator, as you can see with all the numbers above and below the candles. And this is the original two-legged pullback indicator. Everything else is a copycat. You can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. Anyone else that has a two-legged pullback indicator, they are just fakers. Consider getting the deluxe edition, because you get access, you get ability to use automated trading, and also access to the Discord server, which you can see me trade and we can talk off stream. And I'm obviously way more active in the Discord server. The bicycle man asks, if it's 90% probability, how do you lose? By the way, you used the wrong word. Loose has one, right? Loose as in you're like untying something, you're loosening something. That's L-O-O-S-E, which is what you used. But the word you're trying to use actually lose, L-O-S-E, one O. So bicycle man, you should check out your spelling. And as anyone, right? I suspect you know how to spell the word lose, but you make a mistake as a human being. And so, as a panda, think about how many more mistakes I make as a panda. Well, Chris Stubbs has every single two-legged pullback indicator out there. Ducks on the pond, the reason I'm saying is because this guy, Bicycle Man, whatever, has been on just commenting on my videos and trying to have arguments with me, and I don't know why. Don't even know the guy. It's just rude. Like, you would just never do that in real life. These people on when it comes to like the internet, they're just like rude, man. Ooh, I really like this 10K. Ooh, the 10K just triggered the two-legged pullback. I really like that, but sitting on my pause here, but I really like that to make a point there. Sitting on my pause because of the strong uptrend on the 2K chart. We're looking for a trap trade to the downside. That's what we're waiting for, pandas. The 5-minute also triggers the a second entry as well, around the same spot. Kern with the wedge pattern. You have a micro wedge here, and I see what you're saying. So Kern, that's a for those who don't know, that's a wedge pattern, what Al Brooks uses, and it's a reversal pattern. But in my opinion, the best setup, I'm looking for a 90% setup. I mean, you can trade this, but if you trade this, you gotta have the appropriate swing, stop, and target, because it's not a 90% probability, these wedges. 90% probability is this setup here, A, B, C, failed, reversal. On this trap, that is a 90% probability to make a point. But let's see if we get the setup, because if it doesn't happen, then we can't get it. But 10K, right, makes the point. It's a perfect scalp right now. Perfect scalp. The bicycle man does not know how to actually talk and engage in polite conversations. Three times balance, 4450. Current, I feel you. I mean, that's pure price action. I love it. I mean, you do have a second entry here. You can enter that as a second entry as well. But for me, I just wanted to break below the 20 MA before going short. Before just going short, that's my opinion. I'm just waiting for that setup. We do have the first pullback here, pandas. Finally, we need a couple more things to happen, a couple more events for us. Yeah, I lost one trade yesterday on the stream, and it's unfortunate just because I can only trade for like max 2 hours. And so I don't have time to make up that money on stream. But at the end of the day, I mean, I was up like $2,500, and so it is what it is, And I can show you all my statements or whatever. But the thing is like people come on the stream and sometimes are like, man, he's trading sim, you know, like blah 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 blah. First off, it doesn't matter if I'm trading sim or not because I'm trading live in front of you, so it doesn't really matter. And then some people say, oh, it's about the money thing, right? It doesn't feel the same if you don't trade with real money, and so they'll say, show us your statement, show us, you know, these things. And you know, the thing is, I've already done that. I've already shown my statement. You can go back to my videos and you can see me show my statements, right? You can see me show, you know, my graph for a week of trading. And in my opinion, it's just, I've already done that. And if that's already not convinced you, why would showing it again convince you? So in my opinion, it just doesn't make sense. We might have a setup here. And so for me, I just don't like to appease the trolls or appease the haters. You know, I've already basically made up my mind. It's like, there's no reason to do it because they're just always going to keep asking for it. We may get, we cannot get the reversal pattern here. But Kern, congrats, we got that second push down. According to Al Brooks, right, 2 legs down is what you're looking for a swing. And so if you enter short here, right, you already got your 2 legs and you may want to reverse there, but it is what it is. I mean, you can swing this, you can adjust your stops, you can do whatever you want, but Al Brooks would say this is what you're looking for a swing: 2 moves down or 10 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost made your full swing. And so pandas, like I said, you know, even though I lost yesterday, you know, just stick to the plan, and if the system is good, it'll work out in the end. And so, you know, people on my Discord server know that, you know, I show them my trades. I actually said that in the Discord server as I was forming the one trade I mentioned earlier. By the way, if you're joining the stream and you join kind of late, come at 9 a.m. and you can, I go over my off-stream trades, and that's not something you're interested in, then just join us at 9:30. But what I do from the 9 o'clock to 9:30 session, a part of the stream, I just go over my trades that I took off-stream. And so, you know, I go over some of the setups that I saw that were good, and also have more time to chat with you guys. And so if you guys want to have a little more time just talking, asking questions, because during the stream I'm like focused. I'm reading bar by bar here, and we might get our setup here that I was talking about, our greater than 90% probability here. Let's see if we get it though, pandas. The thing is, Kellyanne actually has a good point. I'm not selling a course here. I'm not even saying I'm a really good trader. I'm not saying like get my mentorship. I'm not trying to get your mentorship, right? I'm not trying to do that. I'm just here trading on stream, and you know, it's a good point as well, right? Like I even say I'm not even that good of a trader, to be honest, right? I make mistakes all the time, as you can see. I've never said I was the best. I never said I was the best scalper, that's for sure. I am a panda. So, I mean, we have everything here for, hey, major trend reversal, pandas, right? Break a trend, new high. Looking for a trap trade to the downside. If we don't get our trap trade, pandas, it's okay, because we can always look for a two-legged pullback back to the 20 MA. But right now, as we're close to the 20 MA, I'm looking for a trap trade to enter into, but it looks like the market's being stingy, not giving us a trap trade here. It might give it to us here. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, Sleepy Joe. I mean, he's like wrote multiple comments on my videos, saying how, you know, how much he hates this, you know, strategy, and you know, all these things, and I try to explain just kindly to him, you know, with big risk, right, with good probability comes bad risk reward, and it is what it is. You know, if anyone tells you otherwise, anyone tells you that there is a trading system out there that has good probability and also good risk reward, you get up and run. They're a scammer. They're trying to scam you, right? I am upfront and very clear to you guys. This has good probability but bad risk reward, right? It is almost balanced, right? Anything that strays too far from the we do have a trap trade here, Pandas. I'm looking to go short here. Anything that strays too far from the, when you use the trader's equation, anything that strays too far from zero, from the edge being zero, like if it's like 10, you get up and run. I'm attaching this to the trap here. I'm going to delete it if the trap disappears, but it's going to move up automatically to this super signal here. I'm going to take this short here, Pandas, looking for a scalp. This is the setup I was talking about. A, B, C, currently a trap right now. But if it breaks, it makes a point up here, then I'm going to get rid of this. You can see the magenta box disappears. Right now it's a gold box. I'll take the gold box. Potential trap, pseudo trap. So now I delete it, right? Because the magenta box is gone. No more trap. And so that's the indicator. That's the power of the indicator. You don't have to look here. You can just see if that's a trap or not with the magenta box. No magenta box, no trap, route. That's not even a setup. That's the setup I was looking for. But Pandas, let's just say that this, now you're thinking, man, like, I lost my opportunity, like that was a reversal, if this reverses, but it's okay, Pandas. If this does show strong reversal, then we just go and look for a two-legged pullback. That's what we're looking for. But right now, there's no setup for us at the moment. Still an uptrend. Right, breaking below the 20 MA, very risky trade to take in my opinion to go long. As you can see, right, the moment it broke up, it went all the way down here because there were people trying to short that. Camila Rose, straight up hater here. Camila Rose is a strong hater. Let's see how much. Let's see if Camila Rose becomes like a troll. If you become distracting, I'm just going to have to block you. I mean, Bicycle Man. Yeah. Okay. You say that there is a random nature in the market. Sure, I agree with that. Right. Everything's probability. Right? If you want to say probability is random nature, then yeah, everything's a probability. Like there's no way to really know anything. That's why I say there's a 90% chance, because there's a 10% chance it might not work. And so when we talk about the market, we have a probability. But then when you say random, the way you're using random is that everything is arbitrary and there is no probabilities, right? When you say random, we can't even talk about probabilities. Because when something is truly random, then there is no such thing as probabilities. And so, in my mind, I don't agree with the way you're using the word random. Everything has a reason, right? This bar, the reason why it went up this high, there was a reason for that. The reason why people shorted the top of this wick here and went short, there was a reason for that, right? There's a reason for all of these things. Camila Rose, if you behave, then you can stay on the stream. See, the reason why all the haters are coming out, and the reason why you feel like I'm getting a lot more haters, is because the concurrent viewers is actually going up now. So I welcome the haters, because with more haters means that there's more love. We gotta look out for these trend lines here. Trying to figure out this trend here, very difficult in my opinion. I mean, this could trap here as well, but very interesting here. I think with this breakdown, I'm considering we're in a downtrend, right? We made the new high, new extreme high, and so because of that, we're looking to actually, look for a downtrend, right? Our uptrend is done, right? Breakup trend, new high. Let's see what happens here, Pandas. I'm not looking to go long here, though. I am not looking to go long. I'm thinking because we're in a downtrend until said otherwise. I'm thinking really this is probably my downtrend right now. Until this trend breaks, it makes a new low. We're not looking to go long, let's say. We're thinking that we're still a downtrend until this trend line is broken. The underground sausage. Is this forex? The bicycle man. I don't know if you're, it could be miscommunication. If that is true, then that's fine, but it is what it is. We can just reset and we can just behave. Kellyanne took a long here. I'd be careful, Kellyanne. I'll be careful. Yeah, I know. I know it's a joke. Is this forex? Like, if you look at the title of the stream, it says S&P 500 scalping E-mini ES. Like, I basically use every single name for this thing, and people come in here and say, "What coin is this? What pair is this?" And just like, just look at the title of the stream, man. You clicked on the video. And you clicked on the video, like, what are you clicking? Like, when people come here, like, when you guys watch videos, you guys not look at the titles of what you're clicking. Like, I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. Kellyanne, this is truly a nail biter. We have 3 overlapping bars right now, and I have no idea what's gonna happen here. I'm sitting on my pause. I have no trade here. Just waiting. Popping up. We do have this trend line to worry about, though. Careful. This trend line can be a resistance here. RJ asks, is this bingo? Ooh, we got a trap trade here, pandas, off of the trend line. I don't know what's happening here. I'm just sitting my pause. Trading range indicator marking trading range, and so I just don't know what to do here. Right, too many overlapping bars. This is what we call chop. The market's trying to decide, right? We're underneath the 20 MA. The market's trying to decide, are we going to go into a downtrend? Kellyanne with the scalp. And the trash talk to Richard. Ooh. One of you guys were going to win out. Unfortunate for Richard. Congrats, Kellyanne. You won out on that one. So we have break of trend now, looking for a new low. In my opinion, you could consider this, right, to be the trend line, break a trend, new low. That could be your setup too as well. And so you can be thinking, right, with this high, we're looking for a break a trend, new high at this point. So with this micro trend line, you can see break a trend, new low. And honestly, it kind of depends on how you want to read this market. No trades currently. I mean, I'm sitting comfortable at my $1,237. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that for the rest of the day. Right, with one simple swing trade overnight, I'm done. I just set it and forget it. You know what I mean? I think the safe thing to do right now is actually consider this break a trend new low, and now we're in the uptrend. And what we're trying to do now is wait for a break a trend new high. After that, trap to the downside. It's very difficult. But here we can look for a long trade potentially here. But it is getting choppy in my opinion, right? This is not at the same level. In fact, spiking channel now. Spiking channel here. We had the spike in the morning and then spiking channeling. The channel's large though. Usually not that large, but it's pretty large right now. And what I mean by what I mean by that is I'm not sure if we can get back to the top of the channel here because it's so large. We shall see. And within this upwards channel, we can try to scalp out here a couple times. We're just bouncing around on yesterday's close. Confusion for me. Hard to trade in my opinion. Don't know what to trade here. Difficult to trade this, right, because you're below the 20 MA. Difficult to trade this because of the chop here, even though some of you guys were able to scalp out, right? Both of these successful for a scalp, but difficult to trade in my opinion. This one might have been the best trade, but strong break of trend and coming back above the 20 MA. Difficult to know which way the market wanted to go right here. But in my opinion, once it broke above the 20 MA, most likely make a new high. So that probably is the best trade so far, but even then I was not sure. Very hesitant on that trade. Nothing in my opinion, like I see, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be big time money. Nothing I've seen yet, in my opinion. Like nothing I'm like, okay, this is what I want. Let me go somewhere with chats as we wait for a setup. And bought it. Kern, I guess you made your money. Nice, nice. The Bicycle Man says, I'm not a hater. I was just only worried about your R&R risk reward. Well, appreciate that, man. Devin Morris, is this a panda in the corner? That's right, baby. Let's go, baby. The only panda who scalps the E-mini on YouTube. Mbonnet says, I feel like I'm watching a battle between Kellyanne versus Richard. Kellyanne, think about it, take your loot. We all know how that ended up. Camila Rose says, you said all two-legged pullback indicators are fakes. If it's not yours, I think Max sells an indicator. Is his a fake? Well, let's just say it's not the original one. But, hey, if you want to purchase his indicator, be my guest. Richard Harris worried about my short. All right. Jonas says he's just happy he can be here. Let's go, baby. Go to bed. How much ticks you risk? How you try to get? How much do you try to get? I'm guessing when he's trying to ask go to bed. Usually it's about a 1 to 3 reward risk ratio. Depends on the signal bar. The signal bar is larger, then you go for more points. Daniel Kitchen says, humans aren't able to handle the level of shaming that the internet dishes out. We are used to small communities. The courage Panda has to face, it is admirable. Aw, appreciate that. It is actually is actually pretty crazy. Like trading live with live money itself has so much stress. Throw on top of that thousands of people watching your trades, all your mistakes, right? You know, your mistakes are magnified while your successes are, you know, simply forgotten. That's how it is. But it is what it is, pandas. I do this for you guys. I do this for the community. Ducks on the pond as Panda, what time frame do you use? You can look at my time. Oh, what time zone? Eastern time. I'm on the East Coast. Camila Rose says, I'm not trolling, G's. You guys have some sensitive panda paws. We got some panda tears, panda paws, panda snowflakes. Camila Rose, I mean, I know that you are not a... trust me, when I messaged Thomas Wade, I know all the comments. I read all the comments. And I know you're one of the people who do not like my trading, even though I do exactly what Mac does. But it is what it is. You're one of the people that don't make sense to me in this world. But it is what it is. Everyone is free to have their own opinions. Toad Man Extra says, hey Panda, have you considered trading micros for the B and C trades? No, I don't. I trade only one single setup. Trade Walker says on 5 minute, the trend is clearly still up. Let's check it out. We do have a nice uptrend right above the 20 MA on the 5 minute, essentially creating some consolidation here. Looking for a two-legged pullback to the long side, pandas. A, B, C. Right, the 5 minute is looking for a two-legged pullback. Right, kind of floating in the middle of nowhere. It'd be nice if that was off the 20 MA, but right now we are in the uptrend. Ducks on the Pond asks, do I have outside reversals on? I do not. I hate outside bar reversals. I do. I'm like so tempted to actually take this short right now. I'm so tempted looking for a new low, right? With the original idea that this was first break of trend. I'm so tempted to take this short. Pandas, I'm gonna sit on my pen. I'm gonna sit on my panda pause here. If this fails to break above with the trap, I'm gonna go short here. As if we get a two-legged pullback here, A, B, C. I'm looking to go short if we can get it, but whew, good thing I didn't take it. I'll be sweating right now. Just sitting in my pause, being patient, looking for that 90% probability setup. Andy Dufresne's, I mean, is that, you know, homage to Shawshank Redemption? Is that how you spell his last name? I don't know. How did you get to 1237? By the way, I love Shawshank Redemption. That's one of my favorite movies. Shawshank Redemption, Good Will Hunting. I like watching Count of Monte Cristo sometimes. These are just like these feel-good movies that I often go to. Does give you a perfect scalp there. Potentially trade a trap here, but I'm not sure, pandas. If you rewind, you can go over. I go over the trade I did for my 1237. Kern has a point. Looks like a trading range, right? Trading range indicator showing trading range. I think we're gonna make a new low here, though, pandas. I think my original synopsis was correct, where this was the first break of trend. Now we're looking for a new low. It's no setups though, pandas. If I took that short, I would have made a point there. But Yo, pandas, let me know what movies, what feel good movies you guys have. What's the movie that you kind of go and watch multiple, like you've already watched it 4 or 5 times, and every time you watch it, it just gets better. What's one of those movies that you guys have? Those feel good movies you guys turn to? Let me know. I mean, I already said mine. Shawshank Redemption, Good Will Hunting. Man, I can watch these like at least like 2 or 3 times a year. I can watch them. Dogs on the Pond took that short. Let's go, baby. The Hangover. Meatballs? Oh my. Gladiator. That is an amazing, amazing movie. I would say if you are a man, you have not watched Gladiator yet, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. Interstellar. Amazing movie. For me, I loved Interstellar. Just to me, it's like, oh man, it's just I watch it if it's like kind of on TV, but sometimes like it's kind of hard for me to like plan to watch it because it's just so long. It's so long, but it was amazing. Like if you didn't get a chance to watch Interstellar in the movie theater on IMAX, man, I think you missed out because Interstellar on IMAX was an experience. Like that one scene where that wave. I don't know if you haven't seen Interstellar. I'm sorry if I'm going to ruin this one part for you, but there's a scene where, you know, the guys they're on a planet and they thought that there were mountains in the background, but they realized the mountains were moving, and they soon realized they weren't mountains, there were waves, and seeing that on IMAX, you really felt the magnitude of the wave, the sound, and the picture. If you guys haven't noticed, I am passionate about my movies. I love movies. But there was a scene, man, that on IMAX that was a treat. That was truly a treat. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 makes me cry too hard. Wait, let me know what scene makes you cry, Sack of Clams. What are some other good movies that I can vibe with here? We do have a trap trade here, Pandas. It's a perfect scalp trap. You know what? I'm going to take the 5-minute two-legged pullback. I'm going to skip this one. Even though I think we're going to make a new low with this trap, I got to skip it. It's too choppy. I really like this trade, though. I like this trade a lot if we're to enter here on this trap trade to make a new low. Bouncing off the 20 EMA. It's just I don't like how sideways we're going right now. It looks a little too choppy for me. And my trading range indicator is letting me know, hey Panda Man, bye money. Careful. Careful here. You're going to be going short into the bottom of a trading range. The trading range indicator is telling me that. I'm going to sit on my pause. I'm actually going to look for maybe the two-legged pullback on the 5-minute. Let's see if we can get that during stream. I'm not sure if we're going to get it. You know what? Two-legged pullback on the 10K also looks good. First breaker trend here. We can say that this is the trend line on the 10K chart. First breaker trend. Looking for a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. Depending on the risk here. But I like this two-legged pullback on the 10K. About 1,000 more ticks though. Thousand more ticks on the 10K chart. Looking for a breaker trend new high here, but just looking for the first two-legged pullback off the 20 EMA. Going to enter long here once this candle finishes. Got to time this perfectly, and this is why you need that the free floating tick counter to be right next to your chart, so you can see right when this candle finishes. You know when to place your order here. Signal bar is looking trashy, looking horrendous now. Signal bar looks pretty bad. Pretty bad signal bar. That's a pretty terrible signal bar. Skipping this trade. Terrible signal bar. 29 more ticks. We had the trap trade here on the 5-minute, or sorry, on the 2K chart. There is a trap trade to the downside. I like the setup on the 10K. I do not like the signal bar on the 10K. Unfortunately, I do not like it. The 5-minute also about to print very similar to like a pullback as a 10K chart. It's just hard to tell, right? It's just so choppy. Even the 10K chart, like overlapping bars. Very hard to tell. The Big Short, Joe Fitz. The Big Short. The Big Short was entertaining, but only for those who are like interested in finance. The Wolf of Wall Street. Oh man, that's crazy movie. Crazy, crazy. I mean, I think Leonardo DiCaprio should have won an award for that because his acting was crazy. Mike Carroll, The Truman Show. You know what's really funny? I actually watched The Truman Show like a month ago because I just had like this weird like urge to just want to watch it. And yeah. Truman Show, a classic movie. Yeah, well, talking about trading, we are choppy here, pandas, and it's just hard for me to know what to do here, to be honest. I mean, on the higher time frames, I kind of want to go long, right? You have the two-legged pullback on the 10K chart, the two-legged pullback also on the 5-minute, exact same spot with trigger on the exact same spot. So that makes me want to enter long there, but difficult for me to really trade that, in my opinion. I don't like the signal bar here, right? This is the signal bar. This is terrible. If I ever saw a signal bar like that, I would never trade it. I gotta stick to my guns here, even though I think I'm missing an opportunity here. I think I'm missing a good opportunity here, pandas, right? Right when that two-leg pullback triggered, we went 4 ticks, or we can get 5 ticks. Sitting on my pause though because of that signal bar was horrendous. Not only that, I'm looking at a 2K chart. 2K chart is under the 20 EMA. It's hard to go long on this higher time. I might take this trap trade, pandas. If the 10K traps, I'm thinking about taking it. 10K traps here, but it's not a reversal pattern, pandas. Unfortunately, it really isn't. We have first breaker trend. We need a new high before we take this, thinking it's a reversal pattern. If we get a trap trade here, I'll take it with 2. I'm taking it with 2 because I'm just not confident here. And it looks like it might be an outside bar reversal, which I hate. Hate. But traps on the 2K or 10K chart are so reliable, especially in an area like this, where you could, right, consider this break of trend, new high. You can consider it like that. And so maybe worth taking here, but with an outside bar reversal, it looks like it's about to happen on the outside bar reversal. Which I hate outside bar reversals. Truly hate them. Keeping my eyes on this one, a 10K chart. Looking for a short here. Failed second entry short. That's why I don't take bad signal bars. Because bad signal bars tend to do stuff like this. A bad signal bar just means on a smaller time frame it's in the trading range. Outside bar reversal. I hate you, but I shall take you. How I hate outside bar reversals. I truly do. Only trading 2 contracts here, pandas. I'm just not certain because I hate outside bar reversals, but because a 10K, any trap on a 10K is such a reliable trade, I'm gonna try to take it. I'm in this outside bar reversal here. That's why I hate outside bar reversals. I'm looking for 2 points maybe here, pandas. I'm looking for 2 points here. Outside bar reversal. That's why I hate them. It's already turning back on me. Why do I take these outside bar reversals? I do not know why. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Huh! 2 points. Huh! Let's go, baby! Easy peasy, easy money. I obviously was not stressed at all. You know, I 100% knew that was gonna happen. But let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. A big reason why I really like that trade, man, how many points did I think? 1, 2, 3 point trade. Could have got 3 points, but obviously 2 points because of my risk reward. But on the 5 minute, the exact same trap happened on the 5 minute. And so that's why I was really interested on that trade, right? 5 minute end, 10K showing confluence there, giving us a nice outside bar reversal trap. But I typically don't like to trade outside bar reversals, so that's why I trade only 2 contracts. But I got my 2 points, so that's $200. Let's go, baby. Giving nothing back today. Let's go! Let's go, baby. Alright, good way to end the stream, pandas. Hey, make sure you guys check out the two-legged pullback indicator. The original two-legged pullback indicator. The one that started it all before everyone else wanted to copy it. Check it out at www.twoleggedpullback.com. There's a free trial for it for those who want to check it out. And also, make sure you scalp that like button, subscribe. You know, almost 300 concurrent viewers, but only 111 likes. Come on, pandas, you can scalp more than that. Let's scalp that like button. Pandas, let's go, baby. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Hope you guys are able to reset your mental capital, your emotional capital, reset all of it. Because next week, we're going to find those two-legged pullbacks again. Just rinse and repeat over and over again. And I'll see you guys next week, bright and early on Monday. Make sure you turn your notification bells on so you guys know when I'm going to go stream. Trade safe, everybody. Please, trade safe. And as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys Monday.